What's up, Heat fans? It's your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Thank you so much for watching the video, you guys. Take a moment, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. It is a very dark day for the Miami Heat. I've already talked about it very briefly. You guys saw it with the short that I posted. It is official. Damian Lillard has been traded to the Milwaukee Bucks as a part of a 3-team trade between the Milwaukee Bucks, Portland Trail Blazers, and the Phoenix Suns. This sucks because not only does Damian Lillard not go to the Miami Heat, he goes to one of our biggest rivals, which is the Milwaukee Bucks, and he gets to play alongside Giannis Antetokounmpo, creating the scariest duo I've seen in a very long time. Kudos to Milwaukee for getting this deal done. You got to give them credit. Milwaukee gets bounced in the first round to the Miami Heat. You know this team needs to make changes. They basically run it back when free agency started, so you didn't really understand what they were doing. It kind of looked like they had no choice but to do that. But they hit a home run, man. They get Damian Lillard. The Portland Trail Blazers, in return, they get DeAndre Ayton from Phoenix. They get Drew Holiday from Milwaukee. They get a first-round pick from Milwaukee, 2 future pick swaps in 2028 and 2030, and a player by the name of Toumani Camara from Phoenix as a salary filler. Phoenix, in return, they get Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. So they get size, depth, and shooting. Great deal for Phoenix. And as I said, Milwaukee gets the home run. They get Damian Lillard and officially become the favorites in the Eastern Conference. Right now, you guys, facts. Milwaukee's the favorites to not only win the East, but in my opinion, to win it all. Now, I still think Miami's a contender. I don't care what people say. Say what you want about this Heat team. You can talk all the garbage that you want, but this is the team that was 3 games away from winning the NBA Finals. And just because we don't trade for Damian Lillard does not mean it's over for this team. That's just the facts. Now, for people that may think, well, it was reported by Shams a few weeks ago that if Dade is traded somewhere else, he may request a trade to the Heat. I don't think that's the case. Damian Lillard's already come public saying that he's excited with his new opportunity in Milwaukee, so it looks like this was a trade that he also approved. I'm sure his agent called him and said, look, it's not Miami, but it's Milwaukee. I'm sure he gave the okay. You don't get traded to Milwaukee. You don't play with Giannis Antetokounmpo and be upset. Dude's an MVP player. You got Dame, you got Giannis. Milwaukee's going to come swinging hard this season. By losing Drew Holiday, though, it does take away a lot of their defense. I don't think it's a big deal, though, because Damian way more than makes up for that in the offensive end. But coming back to us, because I don't want to spend this video talking about Milwaukee, this is a Miami Heat channel. Before I talk about the Miami Heat, I know a lot of people, a lot of my trolls, a lot of the haters in the comments, they're super excited because I was wrong. So now I saw it in the short. Believe me, you guys were tearing me apart. And I'm sure this video, you guys are going to do the same thing. Be my guest. Go ahead, you guys. Have fun. Talk all the crap that you want. At the end of the day, I'm healthy. I have a beautiful wife, beautiful family. I wake up every morning by the gift of God. So every morning that I wake up, it's a great day. I'm not going to get butthurt by some people trolling my comments on YouTube. Now, for people that think that this Miami Heat channel isn't going to go anywhere because of the Damian Lillard non-trade, that's up to you guys. I know you guys are my squad. You guys have been with me for a minute now. I know that's not going to change. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about the Miami Heat. What's going on with this current roster? Well, I'll tell you. I think this current roster is set. Now, there's a little bit of rumor. It's crazy because now that Damian Lillard gets traded somewhere else, already little rumors and inclinations are already flying with the Heat. And honestly, I don't want to really hear about that right now because this is a huge gut punch. Losing Damian Lillard sucks. And the fact that people are saying, oh, well, this trade for Damian Lillard now means that the Heat can maybe go after James Harden. Oh, well, Drew Holiday, because Portland's saying now that they want to trade Drew Holiday to a contender. Now Portland and Miami can talk about Miami possibly getting Drew Holiday. If that's the case, cool. I wouldn't mind having Drew Holiday here. We need a point guard, but I'll worry about that when stuff actually gets talked about. But until now, let's talk about this current team. But before I get to the current team, One more thing I want to talk about. This Damian Lillard thing sucks. I'm heartbroken. I don't know what other words to use. I've spent the last 2.5 months talking about the same topic. I've said it so many times when I posted videos. I am annoyed talking about this Damian Lillard process. But being a Miami Heat talk channel, you talk about the best and the most active rumors that are going on, which has been Damian Lillard since July 1st. So, of course, we're going to talk about Damian Lillard the majority of the times that we can. And even though this is a gut punch, and even though I'm heartbroken, and even though, I really wanted Damian Lillard and he's not coming here, and yes, it's disappointing. And you can say what you want, that Pat Riley and Andy Ellsberg dropped the ball on this. And you know what? They possibly did. But I will say this, mother of God, finally, we can move on with our lives. I mean, it sucks that the dude didn't get traded here. Believe me, it sucks donkey dick. But oh my God, for the last 2.5 months, I felt like we've been living in this freaking purgatory where we didn't know what was going to happen, and every day it's a new rumor and a new thing, and somebody farted out something, and Damian Lillard's cousin would post this, and somebody heard somebody in public say something. For the love of God, it was getting annoying. So the fact that Damian Lillard has been traded, not to the Heat, but the fact that he's been trading, good. We can move on with our lives. We can talk about what's important. Miami Heat basketball. We have training camp in a few days now. And now we can tell Tyler Hero, Kyle Lowry, Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, we're going to ride with you guys. Now, I get it. Some people may think that Tyler Hero's probably butthurt about this. Some people may think that certain Heat players are going to be upset. That's not how this franchise rolls, you guys. Miami Heat culture is very different. We sit down, we talk with our players. They understand that this is a business, okay? Now, I'm not going to say that everyone's safe. Miami Heat are probably thinking that they still need to, upgrade the roster. There's a lot of other names that are floating around out there, you guys, so don't sell the Miami Heat short. But let's talk about this current roster, because I like this current roster. And some people may say you don't believe me. Some people may talk crap and say, oh, you're just trying to stay positive because Damian Lillard's gone and you know for sure that the Heat aren't going to do anything. Well, I don't believe that. Because let's talk about it, shall we? Centers. Bam Adebayo, Thomas Bryant, Orlando Robinson. 3 guys that on a nightly basis can do damage. Orlando Robinson too. For those of you that haven't seen Miami Heat basketball, you don't know. That's the facts. Forwards. Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, Kevin Love, Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, Jamal Cain. I think that's a solid 6-man rotation. Guards. Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, Josh Richardson, Duncan Robinson. That is a solid 12-man core. That is a solid 12-man rotation. Let's not forget guys like Drew Hill, Jamari Bouye, Cole Smider, guys that are ready to come up and produce for this team. So I am fully confident, you guys, that the Miami Heat can create another run with this team. Now, the biggest problem that we always go with, and the biggest problem that we always have, is health. Tyler Hero cannot stay healthy going into the playoffs. That's the rumor. Kyle Lowry is old. Bam Adebayo breaks down during the playoffs. Jimmy Butler has to do everything by himself. All these rumors are going to be said. All this crap's going to be talked about the Miami Heat for the next few days, weeks, and so on. I said it in my short, and even those people see that they can see the pain in the eyes, ain't no pain. Confidence. I am fully confident in this Miami Heat roster. If you don't believe me, go back to my previous videos. I have never said once that the Heat have to trade for Damian Lillard because if they don't, they won't win. I don't believe that. I believe that the Miami Heat can contend with the best of the best. Can Miami beat a Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo team in the playoffs? Absolutely they can. Nobody thought that the Miami Heat could do anything in the 2023 season, and look what the hell we did. We shocked the world and went 3 games away from winning the NBA championship. And I think it's funny because Jimmy Butler, when he saw that trade, he already started trolling on social media saying that the Milwaukee Bucks are tampering. So you can see that every player from, the players in the Miami Heat, people in the organization, everybody's disappointed for this deal not getting done. But it don't mean that it's over. It does not mean that it's over, you guys. Miami Heat can possibly still make a deal. Look, you got Kyle Lowry's $29 million expiring contract. Now that Portland is out of the way, now that this crap, that we don't have to work with Joe Cronin, we don't have to wait for Joe Cronin to call us back or anything like that, now we can get to actual business. Throughout the season, a disgruntled player is going to come up. During the season, shit's going to happen. And the Miami Heat have a $30 million expiring salary with draft picks that they can include to get someone that will help us now. What about guys like Drew Holiday? What about guys like Buddy Hield? What about James Harden? What about a lot of other people that during the season that may become disgruntled? Miami's not stupid. Now, I will say that I'm disappointed in Pat Riley and Andy Ellisberg for not making this deal. I was fully confident that they knew that if they can get in the room with Joe Cronin, the deal would be made. But the fact that the Miami Heat and the Portland Trail Blazers never spoke is disappointing. Because, yeah, the Miami Heat have dropped the ball years past. We've seen it before with the Kevin Durant's, the Donovan Mitchells, the Gordon Haywards, the Kawhi Leonards, the Kyrie Irvings. We've seen all this in the past. But this was the one time, and the one time only, where a player said, send me to Miami. For the last few years, that's what every journalist from the Miami Heat ever said. That all a player needs to do is say, send me to Miami, and Pat Riley will get it done. And the fact that Pat Riley couldn't get it done is disappointing. We don't know all the details. We don't know if the reason why Pat Riley didn't get it done was because he didn't want to offer the world. But I think that's what it was. Because if you listen to Dan Le Batard, not just yesterday, but today, Dan Le Batard earlier was on the Dan Patrick Show, and he specifically said that the Miami Heat wants Damian Lillard, but they don't want to give up all their assets to do that. So it sounds like to me, Portland wanted the world. And if you heard from Anthony Chang on the Big O channel, he did say that there was a little bit of conversations. Not much, but a little bit of, inclinations. Miami kind of knew what Portland wanted. Portland kind of knew what Miami was willing to offer, but there was never really a real conversation. You felt that that was going to happen when Portland would finish their fire sale. They did good on this one, man. Say what you want about me, you guys. Say that I'm a biased fan. You can say anything you want about me, but one thing that I will say is that I like to see things from everyone's perspective. And I can sit here and I can be like Jimmy Butler and say, oh, Milwaukee is tampering and all. I can say all that stuff, but no, I can't, because at the end of the day, real recognizes real. And the fact that Milwaukee came in and did this, using Phoenix Suns to their leverage, I applaud you guys. You guys did it. You guys did a great job. But now it's time for the Miami Heat to get serious. Now it's time for the Miami Heat to nut up and move forward. Go with this squad. Evolve Tyler Hero and Caleb Martin. Make sure that these are the two guys that you are leaning on during the season, because the problem is not the playoffs with this team. We know that. The problem is the regular season. The problem is that when you don't go all in the regular season and you lose to teams like Charlotte, Orlando, San Antonio, Chicago, teams that you're not supposed to be losing to. We saw the Heat during the season beat the best of the best, because that's when the games mattered to them. But for those crap games that they feel like they're going to win by 20 but end up losing by 5 because they didn't take it serious, that's one thing that the Miami Heat are going to have to look themselves in the mirror going into this season, and they're going to have to say, during the season, we need to come out strong. Now, I know Jimmy Butler's not going to play 82 games, you guys. I get that. But I think with the recent signings we have, with the involvement from Nikola Jovic and Jaime Hawkins, and let's not forget about those two guys, there's a reason why Pat Riley didn't want to involve those young assets, you guys. There's a reason why Nikola Jovic and Jaime Hawkins are seen as very valuable. We're going to see it this season. Because I don't care about Kevin Love playing 75 games, getting 25 minutes a game. In the regular season, I want to see guys like Nikola Jovic, Jaime Hawkins, Caleb Martin, and Tyler Hero get so many minutes. Because they're our youngest players. They're playing for something, and they can lead us during the regular season. Because guys like Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, and Kevin Love, They're valuable in the playoffs. But our MVP for the season, the guy that I feel needs to lead this team during the season, is Bam Adebayo. This team will go as far as Bam Adebayo takes us during the season. Because with Jimmy Butler playing only 60 to 65 games, you need Bam Adebayo to lead this team. You need Tyler Hero to lead the team offensively. And you need to tell Caleb Martin, you want that bag? We couldn't get Damian Lillard. You go out and prove to everyone why we kept you. So there's going to be a lot of challenges for the Miami Heat this season. And you know what, you guys? This sucks. We didn't trade for Damian Lillard. But I'm going to try to be as positive as I can. I'm not going to have boo-boo face like a lot of these other people in different channels, because we're alive. We're still living. We're still healthy. We should stay happy. And for the people that are going to be trolling at me, not believing what I'm saying, I can wipe my ass with what people think. Troll. Go ahead. Have fun. Have fun. I don't care. So, guys, my squad, my Heat fans, the people that have stuck with me, the people that have subscribed to my channel, thank you for sticking with me. And for all the people that started subscribing and started following with me when this whole Damian Lillard process started, I want to thank you so much for giving me a subscribe. And I ask you, stick with me, because this season's going to be a wild ride. And I promise you, I'm going to fill you in with all the great details. So have no fear, ladies and gentlemen. Ernest is here, and believe me, I don't think it's over. I think Miami's got something in the works. What? We don't know. But remember, there's another name I didn't mention. Another disgruntled star that's waiting in the wings. Joel Embiid. Let's not forget, you guys. We didn't trade for Damian Lillard, but let's not forget. It's a shit show going on there in Philadelphia. Let's see what happens. But until then, you guys, we're not going to talk about rumors. We're going to leave that for another day. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think. Because I know a lot of you that have been in my comments have said, you don't want to trade for Damian Lillard anymore. You're done. You're ready to move on with these young guys. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to smash the like button, you guys. Subscribe. Thank you so much for riding with me through this whole process. This ain't over. We're going to keep posting videos as much as I can. It's not going to be about Damian Lillard, thank God. But hey, no, I'm gonna be real. I'm heartbroken, you guys. I'm not gonna sound like that. I'm not upset about it. It's heartbreaking, but we got to move forward in life. I'm not gonna sit here and stay boo-boo face about something that I can't control. Ain't no point in that. Let's move forward. Let's have fun together, you guys. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Thank you guys again. Let's go Heat.